Joe?
David, you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, it was a really good performance right from the kick-off. I thought that for long periods of games we looked as if we were probably in top. We had one or two small periods just before half-time, but I thought in the main first half and probably second half as well, certainly we played better.
What was your thought process going into the game? Because you seemed more assertive quite from the start, Everton. Really.
Yeah, I did. I was annoyed with our start against Arsenal last week. I dug the players out a bit about the mistakes, and we sort of made a focus of trying to get better for that first period in the game, and I thought we did. I thought we'd done a lot of good things, and from that point of view, it was a good start for us, and I thought we made it difficult for Forest really to get too much control in the game.
Garner and Warrior both came inside, both had good first hours.
They did, yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I thought they both done really well. I thought a lot of the players played really well today. I thought there was some top performers, and look, it was. I think it. Unless I'm seeing it wrong, I thought it was a deserved victory in the end. I mean, it was maybe a late goal, but I thought we'd done enough to warrant it.
Yeah, nice for Doucoure to get that moment as well at the end.
Yeah, good for Dukes because he does an awful lot of work for the team, which sometimes goes unnoticed. He's, but I actually think that I think he's beginning to score a few goals. We're beginning to, see him in a different light a little bit and shows one or two other things.
It came from Dwight McNeil winning the ball on the halfway out. Obviously a player that's had such a difficult few months. It's nice to see him have such a big impact late on.
Yeah, I mean, I was right behind the pass, and actually I think he didn't make it a particularly good, but I think the centre-half got his feet mixed up, or he would have cleared it actually. But nevertheless, I'm sure Dwight's taking an assist for it. Yeah.
And just how much did you enjoy celebrating with that away in the game?
It was big for us because we've had, I think that's our third away win, and I think that when you look at that at the moment, you say, hey, that's not too bad. But Nottingham Forest at the moment are sort of something which we should all sort of look to. If we could have a season like Nottingham Forest are having this year, next year, then I'd be hugely thrilled in amongst the Champions League teams, semi-final of the Cup. So. Look, they're doing unbelievably well, but I thought in the main we deserved our victory today.
Shamoon?
You said the other day you're questioning whether they did the right thing in coming back. What moment like this was making?
Yeah, I loved it. I love seeing the supporters here because we've got a huge fan base, and for long periods they've probably not had much to shout about. And probably for 90 minutes, I think they probably were saying, "Hey, this is we've played well today." But sometimes just to cap that off, we might have been coming in talking differently if it was a 0-0 draw. But I think the goal, once you see the goal, I think you probably say, yeah, look, it was well deserved for Everton on the day.
Up to 14th, 11 points with United, looking up now.
Yeah, I hope so. I know that it's easily for me to say. I've not got much more time to say it, but we're still probably not mathematically safe, but we're just about there. So I'll need to get rid of that line soon, hopefully. And but you're right. We should be trying to see if we can win. But you'll know, and we've mentioned it quite a bit in the press conference. Probably this run of games we've been in, say the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest away. We've got Man City to come. This was always looking, hey, where are we going to take any points from? So we took a good point last week. We ran Liverpool pretty close, and we've come here today and got a result. So we're challenging some of the best teams in the league at the moment, which is great signs for me.
David, no one would ever question the integrity of your teams, but do your players thrive on this sort of shaking it all up at the race for Europe? Because that's really made a real difference today at the top.
Has it? I don't really know. I've not been able to get my head up that way to look up near the top of the league yet. I'm like that. I've been looking down there. So look, I don't think I think we came here saying that look, we've got to go and put on a good performance. Nottingham Forest have done unbelievably well, and but today I'm sure unless I'm seeing it wrong, I think you would be hard to say that we didn't deserve the result. Maybe it was just Forest a little bit down. Big games to come. Thoughts in their mind. But I don't know, I would have thought they were right in the pack, are they not?
Middle one today, that was making it a bit tight.
Does it?
As you know, these games this time of year.
Yeah, no, it's well, it is. But what, we got 6 or 7 to go now, so look, they have done remarkably well. And I think if you'd given Nottingham Forest Europe, never mind then. I'm fortunate enough in the last few years I've had Europa League and the Conference League. I think Nottingham Forest would have said, would snap your hand off for that. So I think they've been in the position they're in is incredible what they've done. We'll all need to wait and see if they make it over the line for Champions League, but it looks as if they're certain to get into one of the European competitions.
David, 20 years ago you got Everton into the Champions League against a team with far greater resources. I think you had a run near the end where you won 3 out of 5 and drew the other. Is the hardest part to get over the line in those situations we've been up there all season, and how did you manage it back then?
Well, I always remember, and it's something, I hope I've got this right and I've not got it wrong, I always remember thinking that somewhere in the run-in you're probably going to have to win one of the big games. There'll be games that you should, but you're going to have to win one of the big games. And I'm sure Duncan Ferguson scored the goal and we beat Man United 1-0 at Goodison. And it was, I hope that's right what I'm saying, and that was in a period, and it's always made me think that you probably, when you're not maybe the best team, I think you have to find a way of picking up sort of wins which maybe people are not expecting you to do. And I think we'd one win against Man United in the run-in at that period, which helped us get there.
Any further questions?
David, just ask what you thought Jack Harrison's display today.
I thought Jack was very good today. Put in crosses, went on the outside, was a threat. So in many ways it might have been one of his best performances, and got us. We've been lacking sort of people who can create and make some chances for us. But I thought Jack was close to making a few opportunities for us today.
Yeah. Man United don't convert.
Man United 1-0, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. On the run in.